Good morning, good evening, good night, and welcome to Passed on Your Crown podcast. And I'm your host, Pattie J. I know you guys see we're in a new space, new beginnings. And in the lieu of new beginnings, today's episode is going to be titled Pattie's Declassified, Your Guide on How to Be a Girl's Girl. Now, when I thought of girls, these two ladies is who I thought of immediately. Assata and Niasha. Now, these ladies are amazing friends of mine and they're incredible mothers to their daughters, passing on their strong values and morals, and they embody kindness, love, and wealth of wisdom. And I'm truly honored to have you ladies here today with me today.
Thank you for having us. It's always the introductions for me.
Love it. Like, you're so professional.
Like you be on it with the introductions.
I love it.
Listen, this is I want to have, it's my show.
Yes,
You know?
it's giving Oprah.
So typically, you ladies know I begin my episodes with Thorns and Roses, but I'm going to switch it up a bit today.
Okay.
Since the episode plays on Ned's Declassified, I don't know if you remember that TV show, where it was this young boy basically giving survival guides. So after every question I ask y'all, we're going to give a tip to the audience.
Oh,
So that's what we're going to do today. So
okay.
first, I'm going to start off with the definition of a girl's girl. And the definition is a woman who values strong friendships with other women, demonstrating support, loyalty, and empathy. And she uplifts and empowers her female friends, fostering camaraderie and sisterhood rather than in competition. So what actions do you ladies... Oh, you snapping already? I don't know. We're going to get into it. We're going to
I
get
gotta
into it.
get a little comfortable for this one.
So what actions do you ladies take in your friendships that reflects being a girl's girl? Y'all both got quiet. Y'all both got quiet.
In my friendships, being a girl's girl is very important. I feel like for me, I like to show up and be there for my friends. Like, it don't always got to be drama, but like, what's going on? Like, getting to know what's happening with them. Sometimes you don't see your friends in a long time. I have many friends that I don't see every day or even text every day. But when we link up or when we're talking, FaceTime, whatever, it's like, tell me what's going on. Sometimes you got to take one for the team. Sometimes you got to show up and be there when you don't want to show up and be there and make like grand sacrifices. So I think that that's important. And I could truly say I have done that with my friends.
I love
So
that.
sweet.
I love that.
What about you?
Being genuinely, wholeheartedly happy for you, whether you're doing better than me or not.
I love that.
A lot of the times we confuse being girls when we're really mean girls on the low. It's like, you can do good, but just not better than me. I don't care if you're doing better than me. And if, I'm going to push you as far as you can go. I'm going to support you, what we doing, what you need. I got you. So that's the definition of being,
I definitely agree.
Being a girl's
I
girl.
think
I'ma
that's
push
a
you.
girl's girl.
That's a girl's
Exactly.
girl
Because
for
that's
sure.
what a lot of us don't talk about. That when people love to see you doing good, but not better than them. So when you have a friend that, you are doing better than me, and guess what? I'm still showing up for you. What we doing, what you need. And she is like that. She really
That's a
is like
fact.
that. So I think that is very, very, very important. And I love that you brought that up and said that. Like, we need that.
Exactly.
These
like that too.
ladies, these teenagers, that's how you be a girl's
We could
girl.
give a little
girl's
backstory too
girl.
on why I feel like you ladies are definitely girls. I met Assata through Niasha. She had a birthday brunch, and the group of women we were around, it was so like loving. It was genuine. All of us was complimenting each other, making each other feel good, helping each other with our hair, makeup, things like that.
Yes.
That alone, like the energy just felt like girls. Like
opposed
we
to
all
hating. I
Yes.
taught you how to do the wobble.
I didn't know
Right.
anything about the wobble.
Instead of hating, no, because you bring that up, it'd be low key like, she thinks she cute, she thinks she look good like that. Low key, you being a hater, but for real. Instead, we were all supporting each other. Like, no, you
Exactly.
should wear this with that. You should do this. Let's do the makeup. Let's share. You got eyeliner.
Yep.
Like, it was real supportive. So I feel you on that.
There was
I
no
definitely
mean and
agree.
cattiness at all.
No.
I love that. But that brings us into well, we can give a tip first. So what's a tip on how to be a girl's girl?
Heal first. Heal first. Because a lot of the times we'll be like, yes, I'm a girl's girl, but deep down inside, because you have so many, broken and open wounds inside that you have not worked on, a lot of the times you deflect on seeing somebody else. Like, if they're succeeding, you're like, yes, girl, I love that for you. But deep down, I really don't. And it's not because it's you. It's nothing personal. It's because that's something I feel like I can't get my hands on, or I can't gravitate towards me. So in order to be a girl's girl, you have to heal first.
Go, cousin.
Because how can you, thank you. How can you genuinely be happy for someone else, but you can't even be happy for yourself?
Exactly.
So, yeah, you could be a girl's girl, but you going to mess up a few friendships if you're genuinely not healed and you're nasty inside.
That's a fact.
Yes.
What's your tip?
I love that. All I'm going to say is to add on, I would say ask the girl, what do you need? How do you need me to be a friend to you? girl, I cannot figure it out for you. She might like something and you might like something. If I'm gonna be a girl's girl, I'm here for my girl. I'm gonna ask you, yo, what you need me to do? How could I be a better friend for you or to you?
Love
You gotta
language.
tell me or teach me so I could be better. I don't just know anything. So I feel like if we being girls, take the time out to yes heal and yes ask. There's
true.
nothing wrong with asking.
I love that.
And I'm gonna add on to y'all too, because y'all just dropped some gems. But I think it's important. The important thing about being a girl's girl is not kicking someone while they're down. If your friend comes to you and they're going through something, even if it's a bad decision they're making, it's not the moment. Just let them go through what they have to go through. Be there to support them, and then later on, maybe y'all can come back and have a conversation about how they can move forward. But kicking someone while they're down, worst thing you could ever do.
Yeah,
That's
I-
not
And
being a
then
girl's
don't bring
girl.
it up later.
Okay.
Let's talk about that. Like, if we have
Yeah.
a disagreement, it's like, oh, all right, go, whatever. We're gonna take our distance. Like, even recently, I had that with one of my oh my God, y'all met her. I love her. I'm not gonna say her name, but I love her so much. My little tiny T. We had a moment where we kind of just like took time from each other, and I genuinely knew, because I'm very hands-on. So I'm really like, yo, what's wrong with you? What's going? You need something? Why you not answering my call? Da, 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 da. But I had to pull back and allow her to, heal. And then we came back like nothing happened. Like, when I tell you, that's a genuine female friendship. Like, I know we're at a rough patch. I know you're going through something. Let me take my time away. And then now we're back like nothing ever happened. There was no under the belt things said to each other. There was no digs to each other. There was no, and we were genuinely in a rough patch. But then we came back like nothing. Nobody said, well, girl, you this, or girl, you that. It literally, like, the fact that we were able to come back together without having a disagreement that was under the belt,
Yeah.
that shows you how much we genuinely love each other. And you don't have that nowadays a lot of the times.
That's
At
true.
all.
That's so true. That brings us to the next question. Should we take a stand against women who pretend to support other women while actually engaging in mean-spirited behavior?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Because to say
Yeah.
nothing is to say something.
Thank
And I
you.
wholeheartedly stand on that. Just because you're being silent, you're making a statement. If you know that this person don't fuck with you for real, or don't fuck with your friend for real, you just gonna sit there and not say nothing. Opposed to you don't gotta blow it up. There's many different ways that you can handle it, right? And it'll take us days to go through all of them. But not for nothing, pull that person to the side and say, what's up with you? Like, what's going on? You need to check yourself. If we around good energy and we doing good things, you over here, your heart posture is not correct. So if I'm connected to you and you connected to her, then it's gonna spread. Then so when I start venting to you, then you gonna vent to somebody else. Now it's team hate such and such, or however that works, right? No, yes. If you not loving on that person and you don't like that person, you got some secret thing going on, and you the friend that is aware of what's going on, absolutely say something.
Yeah.
You fake as fuck for sitting there and you know what's going on and you ain't say nothing.
Talk about it.
Like
Talk
for
about
me,
it.
Say something.
like for me, if a friend comes to me and they're saying something negative towards that person, I don't even let them continue.
Period.
I don't even want to participate in that. You have that issue, we can call the person right now. We can have this. Y'all can have this
Have we all-
conversation
Y'all can
now.
have that
Freeway.
conversation.
Exactly. Y'all can have that conversation. It's not even. Don't even mix me. Because I don't like that. Both of y'all against this one person, and that person feels attacked. Like,
Or if the
Yes.
person doesn't know and they're not equipped to even defend themselves.
Exactly.
You have a problem with me and I'm not even aware of the problem that you have with me. How can I say, well, you know what? I apologize, friend, or thank you for you didn't even tell me. So I don't know what's going on, but you do and you do and you do.
Yeah.
How is that correct? That's not
correct
fair.
at
That's not a
all.
girl's girl. That's not. We're not
That's
team
not.
girly. We're not uplifting each other
At all.
No.
I don't like
Where's
when
the
some
other
women, like if we're in a group, some women will call to the side and they'll look at one of the women and start laughing, kikiing. I don't like that.
Oh, I hate that.
Like if
What's
you
funny?
see, oh, she got tissue on the bottom of, like you got tissue on the bottom of your shoe. Tell me I have tissue on the
Tell
bottom of my
me.
shoe. Don't just sit there and
Tell
laugh and
me.
make it a joke, meet me the butt of the joke.
Yeah, first of
Let
all,
me
you can do a little
know.
quick little, ooh, girl. Like, I'm gonna tell this story. I went to an all-girl high school my freshman year, right? And this girl, her skirt was so short that it was tucked up under her. You know how we used to roll our skirts? It was tucked up under her. No, we had those side bags.
Oh.
Yeah, it was tucked
Oh, so the
under
back.
her book
Oh,
that's
bag.
back in
Yeah,
the day.
and the boys are just like, I ain't gonna say not a thing. And I'm looking, I'm like, ooh, honey. So I did a little, hey girl, you look so cute, and I just went like this, and she was like, oh my God, she was like, thank you so much. But the friend was like, oh girl, because I've been saw it.
Oh my
Well,
God.
you was just
You
gonna
weren't
let her go out like that?
You weren't gonna say anything. Mind you,
like
this is
that.
an all-girl school. You would think, oh girl, your shorts are showing. No, she was like, oh yeah, I've been saw that. I was just wondering when you was gonna. Really?
Because the
no,
real
please speak
question
up.
is, where's the support for each other?
Exactly.
Right?
Facts.
Like, as women, as black women, just period, where's the support? If I see you down, I'm help you. I'm supposed to uplift you, pick you up. I might not have everything, but I might can't give you my last. But if I see something wrong, why not? Hey, babe, let's fix that a little bit.
Fix
You got
that,
some on
yeah.
your teeth.
Exactly.
Look, let me fix your hair real quick. Come here.
Exactly.
Yeah, come here. Let me
What's wrong with
blend real
that?
quick.
No, I'm gonna just let you go outside and embarrass yourself. When was that okay? That's not okay.
'Cause that
That's
makes
why.
me
That's
look
like
better.
now, even like in the era of social media where women are being more open with expressing when they're depressed and things like that and posting videos of it. And some of the comments be so nasty. Like if a woman is like, I was depressed for 2 months, I didn't clean my house, blah, blah, blah. Women will be in the comments like, girl, you dirty. Where's your husband?
Yeah,
Why he didn't
man.
clean for you? Why? I be looking like, dang, why y'all
You
so
nasty.
harsh?
I mean,
That's
I
so
would be
mean.
dead
If
if
she's being
no.
genuine and open, you can't be real on social media because she's being
not a
open
real
and
place
genuine,
anyway.
saying like, listen,
not.
I'm going
Let
through
me tell you
this. I didn't
something.
clean
Social
up.
media is such a front.
I agree.
It's a complete front.
That
Like,
I
it's
think.
like,
I think social media hides a lot of mean girls.
Yeah.
Hides a lot of mean girls because it's a lot of the women that are the ones that are influencers. A lot of these influencers on camera, they're always like, "Oh, girls, I'm girls, girl. I love women." Da da da. But in person, you ask them for a picture and they roll their eyes like, get away from me."
a bunch of Regina Georges.
Because they think that they are above you now.
But
And
here's the
that's
thing.
not a girl's girl.
Let's be honest. A lot of these girls, well, mean girls, they're not. They don't. Let me. How you say it? They don't show their teeth. You know, it could be in a very passive aggressive way. You know, like, oh my God, I love. How do I say this? Oh my God, I love this. You know, it could never. It wouldn't work for me, of course. But that
Yes.
looks amazing on you.
Yes.
I love it. Very passive aggressive. Mean girls. So, and I always say, growing up in church, I've always heard the devil is not going to come with horns and fangs and
That's very
no, he's
true.
going to be dressed up in what you like
And look like a sheep.
and look. Oh, exactly, wolf in sheep clothing for sure. So it's gonna be, yes, I'm gonna support you, and girl, I'm here for you. You can tell me whatever you need. Low key, I'm judging whatever you're telling me. But then it's very passive aggressive. Like, I'm gonna act like I'm supporting you, but once I feel like you're kind of surpassing me, I'm gonna kind of dummy you down in the most passive aggressive way. And if you approach me, I'm gonna make you feel like you're bugging.
Gaslighting.
That's
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 gaslighting.
a real mean.
Look at you. You don't like that
girl.
word. That's gaslighting. She be like, you
Look
on
at
these
that.
words.
Look at her with the gaslighting, and she know I'm a therapist now.
Like, come on.
My tip for this, I would say discern. Discern who you are calling that friend, because they are passive aggressive. They are gonna act like they love you and care for you, and low key they really waiting for the eyes. They waiting for you to fall. That's horrible.
Horrible.
Discern when you get that yellow flag.
Yellow flag.
We gotta get some
Watch
yellow
previous
flags.
episodes.
I gotta get some yellow flags.
Right? When you get me on here, we need some yellow flag. When
Yes.
you get that yellow flag that they didn't look out for you, they didn't fix the teeth, and you seen I'm walking and I got something in my teeth, and you didn't pay attention because it only grows. They're not gonna all of a sudden love you now. No, it's only gonna grow, and whatever you got, whatever God got for you, you clearly threatening them. So it might not be a personal thing, but discern. That would be my tip for the ladies.
My tip for that would be call them out. If you seeing it happening, call them out. What you said about so and so? Huh? That's what you said? Yeah. We're gonna talk about it right here, right now in the group. What you said?
All of
call
us.
them out.
We want to sit down.
Yes, call them
We want to
out.
sit down for real. But you know what? I'm gonna bring up my friend again, Tiny T. There was a time when we were like friends with other people, whatever, and I was kind of like, I would say things in a certain way, like, I feel this, but I'm not, out of respect for your relationship with this person, I'm not gonna go into detail. Like, she this, she that. And here's the other thing about Tiny T. She gonna check me. She's like, wait, hold on. Let's bring it back in. That's why, that's my front. She got my front, my back, my side, no matter what. Cause like, if she feels like, wait, no, you're drifting to, something else, bring it back in. She's gonna bring
Exactly.
me
Holding
back
you
in. And I'd be like,
accountable.
okay, holding me accountable, and I love it. But out of respect, if you know, like, you're not getting along with another friend, don't go and talk about, because tell me why.
I said that
out of
on my
respect
my
for your
past
friendship,
episodes. I said that.
I'ma just pull this in. I'ma kind of like, fall back a little bit, discern, the situation, and then I'ma proceed.
My thing is, if you have the energy to call somebody else and tell them what I did, you can call me yourself.
Please.
My friends know this. I don't talk to my friends about my friends.
Exactly. Yeah.
I don't get into that. We good. That's it. We good.
Yeah.
Because what's my problem is my problem.
It's not your problem.
I need you to
Yeah.
carry the cross with me.
Exactly.
Not that one.
Because then when you forgive that friend and the other friend don't forgive them,
Yeah,
what you
in
gonna
a
do?
tight space. You in a tight
Don't talk about your
space.
friends to your other friends.
No.
Because by loyalty, by whatever it looks like, how they feel about you, they can even be possessive over you or just being a good friend. They're gonna hold it and take it to the grave with them.
Exactly.
And you passed it and you forgave and you moved on and they can't.
Yeah, because I don't be forgiving. God, I don't be forgiving.
You don't be forgiving.
I don't be forgiving. Don't tell me nothing. Don't tell me nothing.
Listen,
Don't
you
tell
can't
me
tell Patty
nothing.
J nothing. You have to just let her just,
Tell me when
find...
tell me when it's war.
Because-
Tell me when it's war.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
If you know you may go back to this friendship and you know y'all may go back to each other, don't tell me because I'm
Don't
gonna be
tell her
mad.
Nothing. Even if so like, even if so, because a lot of the times it's like, all right, I'm gonna let you just find out for yourself. We just not cool. I'm not gonna tell you what happened. No. Just I'm good. I'm just not going. But I will say this. There's a thin line, right? So let's say I was in a situation where I noticed something, about what my friend was going through. And in the group, I spoke to the other friend like, hey, I don't know how to approach the situation, but if we're really for her and we're her sisters, help me. Like, let's both approach her together. Let's talk to her together. And I didn't want to do it by myself because I didn't want my friend to be upset with me. You get what I'm saying? So I'm like, how do we approach this? Like, what would you suggest or whatever? Now, me and that person ain't cool no more. And in my spirit, I felt, stop talking because this is not who you think. She's not who you think she is. And I'm a little dumb because I'd be like, no, God, that's my friend. You don't know her for real. Like, no, we cool. I promise we relax in. So I pulled back on what I was saying. And the moment that, let's say they were just, and the situation wasn't even that serious. The moment that there was like a little disagreement between the two of us, she brings up what I brought to her attention. Little did she know, I already spoke to my friend already. So she tried to bring it up and switched everything. It was like, yeah, girl, and fill her in on how you said blah, 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 blah. I said, you know what's so funny? I already had that conversation with her. So what you did what you were trying to do was cause discourse. So I'm thinking about those times that you called us your sisters. I'm thinking about the times that, we friends, we locked in, we real bad. But the moment when all you had to do was humble yourself or just have a conversation, you use this to cause wrath between the two that you once called sisters. You get what I'm saying? So saying that to say, when you don't talk to your friends about your friends or whatever, it's like one thing I feel like I failed at was trusting too easy. Assata's always getting on me. Like, Niasha, that's not your friend. Every single time this is happening. I'm like, no, I promise. Yo, Assata, first of all, I'll be like, this is my friend. Assata be like, no, it's not. She be reading them.
Keep
I'm
it
like,
real,
no, I promise. Because I wanted female friends so bad. I'm tired of, I've always hung out with the guys, but I'm like, I just want female friends. And I was like, ooh, I don't.
But do you really? When we really got to see, when we see what we have to deal with, do you really?
Yeah, no. I think I changed my mind. I'm gonna just sit with my good up cousin
if anything, we could change that.
And my tiny tea.
We want women that are open to healing, being mature and genuine. That's the kind of friends you want.
But here's the thing. They think they are though. Because if nobody ever told me that I'm not healed, I'm going to think, I got it all together. I got this, I got that, da-da-da-da-da. It takes for someone
But that's
to
what brings
like,
us back to us to discern.
Right, but who are you to think that you have arrived? You don't got it all together.
See? Holding us accountable.
None of us have it all together.
We don't.
Me as a therapist, and that's outside of the girl's girl, right? I don't have it all together. I still got to check in, mentor, coach, whatever. As a girl's girl, as a friend, as a mother, as a sister, as a girlfriend. I don't got the answers. We're going to have to go to open the Bible because the Bible is ghetto and it's in there.
Yup.
It's in there.
Don't watch
You got to ask for wisdom. You got to ask, right? So I say that not to go on a tangent, but just to say that we got to be able to check ourselves too. Like, baby, you know what? I don't even know.
Right.
Let me go find out.
That's fair.
I don't know.
I don't know. And it's okay not to know. It's okay not to have it all together. That is okay.
Yeah.
It's okay.
We got deep. We didn't even get to the next question.
Right.
We're going to get to it. We're going to get to it.
I was triggered.
So this going to be a little mixy. But you got to throw a little mixy stuff up in there.
Oh, Jesus.
If a former partner of your friend reached out to you, would you feel compelled to inform her? Like if a friend's ex hit you up trying to be sneaky.
What kind of hit you up?
Hit you up.
Sliding the
Hit
DM,
you up.
hit you
Like
up.
my wait.
I'm definitely
Hey,
telling my
baby, you
friends.
looking good in that, and you looking good in them glasses.
Definitely telling my
Wait,
friends.
my friend's ex?
Yes. Are
Definitely
you
telling my
compelled
friend.
to let her know?
First of all, okay, it depends
Definitely
because
telling my friend.
it depends where my friend is at the moment. Because I'm not even gonna bring no type of negativity if my friend is succeeding. But I'm
That's
gonna
true, that's
check
fair.
you without her even. Because like, listen, if she's happily married, moved on, or whatever, I'm not even bringing that type of negativity
I'm
to
still
you.
gonna check you, and I'm still sending it to my friend. I'm gonna tell you why.
You're bugging,
If ever we fell out, you're never going to take this opportunity and saying, by the way.
Oh wait, me and this friend
that's
fell
a
out.
good point.
No, just saying,
Okay.
future wise. So
Yeah.
right now, my friend could be having a baby. All that. I ain't gonna be like, oh friend, let me tell you gossip. I'm like, yo, sis, by the way, let me tell look what just
Yeah.
happened. Screenshot. Just to let you know, we don't even play those kind of games for
Exactly.
At
real.
all.
I don't even give it up a little bit like that. I'm not even that type of person. So if ever you thought that you're gonna not only disrespect my friend, but you thought that you could have your way with me,
Bugging.
You're all the way bugging. So I'm gonna let my friend know. However she choose to handle you, that's on her. She might ignore it. Thank you for letting me know. That's on her. However she choose. But I'm gonna let you know first and foremost. Don't ever in your life think that you're gonna slide over here because you could never.
Ever.
Never.
I
I feel like if
I'm
a
girl's
man
girl.
ever did that to me, I would feel disrespected.
Absolutely.
I would feel
What
like,
made you
you
think?
think I'm a thot or something?
If they
What
the
made you
bottom of the
think?
barrel, though, you can't expect nothing but the scum. You can't. If they the scum of the earth, you can't expect them to walk like a king. They not a king. They the scum.
they do that, yeah.
So I'm never gonna feel offended. But I also need to let you know, baby, if nobody lets you know, this is not the one or the two.
Or the two.
You in the wrong place.
Wrong.
You gotta go someplace else.
Next.
I'm definitely letting my friend know.
At all.
Definitely let
I've
her know.
asked that because I've had in the past where, like growing up, I noticed that I didn't have a lot of girls around me. Like, so I thought, as a kid, you don't know any better. I had a lot of friends. Like, I had a friend that her and I, when it was as foolish as we was in high school. I used to talk to this boy. I stopped liking him for whatever reason. It didn't go any further. And I came to class one day and I'm telling her the story and she's like, oh, because he was dirty anyway. A week later, me and her get into an argument in math class over a problem because I didn't understand it and she was getting upset about it. A month, she stopped talking to me. Like, usually we would bicker and we'll get back, cool again. But this time she wouldn't talk to me. I was like, okay, whatever. 2 months later, can you believe she was walking down the hall with that same boy? That same boy. So I asked that question because I wanted to know. Because
That's where
sometimes that is
discernment
not what you call a
comes
girl's girl. A girl that would be okay with dating somebody you used to date is not a girl's girl. That's weird.
Very.
Very.
It's given. You wanted him the
And
whole
I've
time.
been in these situations, baby. I
No,
tell
let's
y'all
talk- let's-
honestly.
Let's we here.
let's talk
We
about
here.
that.
Let's talk about
I've
it.
been in this situation so many times where people want to date who I have dated. It doesn't make sense.
about
The
to-
math
You know
don't
why? I'm about to
math.
But you know why though? You know why? Because I've dealt with that before.
And they want to
I've-
be my friend.
And they want to be your friend. Yeah, I've dealt with that. How about we grew up, and everybody that, either liked me or wanted to talk to me or talk to me just wanted to, but you know why that happens? Because they low key want to be you.
Yeah.
Well, low key, like in their mind, it's like if I attract what she attracts, I'm just as good. If this man looks at me a certain way, I'm just as good as her. What?
And I'll be honest, in a space where I felt like I just wanted to befriend anyone, I did forgive her. I did forgive her later on in life. And when I forgave her, she showed me her behind once again because she went and she asked me one time, like, oh, you remember so-and-so that you used to talk to back in the days? But this is, in my mind, I'm a person, if it was high school, I don't care.
I don't care.
I don't care.
It didn't exist.
So I was like, yeah, what's up? She was like, oh, can you see if he might be interested? Listen, me, because I don't care about the dude. If I'm gonna be
can't check
honest,
yourself?
I'm gonna be honest. Because I didn't care about the dude and I knew it didn't go any further, I wanted to test and see what he would say. I hit him up and I was like, oh, so-and-so said she's interested. He was like, she's weird. Because she know you and I used to talk back in the days. And I was like, well, she was interested. Do you want to date her? And he was like, hell no. That's weird.
That's very weird.
But I didn't go back and tell her that. I just was like, oh, he's dating someone. I made something up. But even that, like that friend that tries to go behind you every single time, I agree with that. They want to be you or want to get what you have or
It's an aura.
they
that-
feel like, well,
That's
she
what
could get him.
You got to pay attention to
I
that.
could.
Let me tell
That's
you.
horrible. So you secretly in competition with me and you supposed to be my friend.
I forgave her multiple times till I finally had enough.
And
Finally
I'm
had
glad
enough.
that you reached that breaking point because that is absolutely not. That is absolutely not okay. Because how can I trust you with anything if you want what I want? So that's envy. That's a whole sin.
Yeah.
That's a whole sin.
Heavy on envy.
I ain't
That's
gonna
envy.
lie. I ain't
It's
gonna
not-
lie. I'm
you
petty.
want
I ain't
what
gonna
I
lie.
have.
I'm petty. I purposely talked up an ex around her.
To see?
Yeah, it was one of the whack
Bait.
ones. You know, sometimes you got exes,
Bait.
you just trying to ting, trying to look a ting, It was one of those. So I was
What you
bigging
don't
him
care
up like,
about?
oh, he got this going on. Yeah. I know when her stupid ass, if she ever went over there, she was mad as hell. When she seen that salt shaker, she was mad as hell.
That's what she. That's
Yeah.
horrible. That's
And
horrible
she still
work.
tried.
I don't know if she did, but I did it on purpose to see. God forbid she did try it.
No, but that's bad work. That tells a lot about the character. So now you know exactly who she is.
What?
Don't be nice. Be nice. So, another question I want to go into is real juicy. If you discovered that a friend was knowingly in a role of as a side chick, would you address it with her? And if you did, and she said, "Well, I'm a side chick, and so what?" Are you gonna still be friends with her?
Let me tell you something.
Put the drink down.
I'm gonna pray you through that.
Amen.
That's a tough question.
I'm
'Cause
gonna still be friends with
If I
her.
pick it up, I'm gonna be like, now you know. And then if you decide that, I'm okay with this is what I want to do, I'm like, okay. Until you realize that what you're doing is wrong, you're gonna hold up your own blessing. So you with somebody, you're okay with being a side piece. Now, mind you, I'm a married woman, so you're okay with this. But you have to realize that you have to love yourself enough to want your own. And if you don't, I might have to pull back from you just a little bit. I'm never gonna I would still love on you. I'm gonna pray you through it. But in this season, I can see you're in a rough patch. So I'm still gonna cover you. I'm still gonna love on you. I'm still gonna pray for you. I'm still gonna check in. But if you feel like you made up your mind, let me tell you something. I always say this. I am Kimberly's daughter. My mom will pray situations away. Like, it would be to the point that back in the days when I was talking to somebody I had no business talking to, I'm like, they stopped talking to me. I know my mother prayed. I need you to stop because I'm gonna be disobedient. But I will pray that I will pray that person out your life so much to the point that you feel like the next time you go to see him, you feel sick. I'm very spiritual. I'm heavy on God, and I will fast and pray until you get out of that situation. And when you back, we could talk. Yeah, girl, that was stupid, wasn't it? Wasn't it stupid? Are you good now? Okay, so can you prepare yourself for what's yours? Yeah, no, we're not doing that.
Heavy on that. I love that. I don't disagree. But for me, I am not gonna not befriend you because you are in a place in your life where you are still learning yourself or you're choosing ignorance. That's on that. And a lot of times what I always tell you, I hurt people. Someone hurt this person. Someone didn't love them or love on them correctly. So I'm not gonna abandon you. However, that might look like, I gotta come over here. I gotta step back, and I'm definitely not bringing my man around you. Because if you're willing to be somebody's side chick, I don't know what your limitations are. But that don't mean it's my job to judge you. You understand what I'm saying? Now, to your first question, what I put you on, this has happened to me. I done known that somebody was cheating on their girl and gave the tea. And they decided on some, I'm heavy on the stand. Guess what? That's cool. The next time I see him and her, I will never say anything to you. I'm going to always tell you. Now, if you decide that you cool with it, because I don't know what your home look like. I don't know what you go through. I don't know what that... You might be deciding to stay because who knows what your next plan is.
Right.
Who are we to judge? But I'm not going to keep coming giving you information, and then when y'all pillow talk, it look like I'm not doing that.
Yeah.
Oh, that happens.
I'm going to tell you one time. I seen such and such. This is what happened. I'm the friend that I'm gonna take a picture when I'm in the spot.
That's me.
Oh,
I'm taking
absolutely.
videos. I'm walking up to the table like,
And I'ma text it like,
bold. I'll put it in his face.
facts.
That's why.
And then I'ma send it. Now after that, baby, if you be like, oh, he good, say that. Say that.
Wow.
He good. I am not carrying a problem that don't belong to me. My job as a friend is to let you know and inform you. What you choose to do with that information, that is on you. That don't make me any less of a friend. Now, don't bring no drama to my house. Don't have no other wife, girlfriend, baby mama pulling up and calling my phone. Now me and you got a problem.
'cause why
Check
would
your
you think?
household, or if you willing to be the side chick, that's on you. I don't want that over here.
I ain't gonna lie. My stance is different than y'all's on it.
Oh, wait. I want to say
I'm not
something,
gonna be
too.
friends with you.
Why?
I'm gonna be honest. I'm gonna go off only because in my experience, what happened. I had a friend that was normally the side chick to a married man, and at the time, the wife got pregnant. And the friend came to me and was like, "Oh, the wife is pregnant. I can't believe this. I hope the baby." Like she was dragging it. Like, "I hope the baby don't live, and that's my man. That's supposed to be my baby." And then she was trying to get pregnant at the same time as the wife. I couldn't be friends with her anymore because I'm like, that's too much. Made me feel so uncomfortable.
But
I
that's
just
your
couldn't.
capacity.
I
That,
couldn't.
and there's nothing wrong with that. That is your capacity, especially if it goes against your morals and your values. And I could stand on that. What you like? He's married. You know he's happy, but guess what? He's still feeding her BS. That man needs to be
Oh
held
yes,
accountable
absolutely.
as well.
I was
You get
looking
what I'm
for. I ain't
saying?
gonna lie. I did go look for him on Instagram, and I wanted to find his wife to tell his wife I was.
Ooh.
I was gonna snitch,
Clock it.
but I couldn't find him. I don't know if she stopped me. I don't know how she did it. She must have felt it in her spirit that I was gonna go looking for him. I could not find him. For the life of me.
She probably knew. Because believe it or not, this is what I say. And I've seen so many clients and literally in my private practice where they come and they know, I know my husband is cheating on me, but I got these kids to raise. But I like this I love this lifestyle.
Yeah.
He stays over there. He travels a lot. He doesn't bother me. I'm comfortable. You don't know the mindset of somebody else. Your job is to love on the person and meet them where they are. You do not burn down a house that don't got nothing to do with you. Now you could say, like I said, this is my capacity. I don't want to hear about that. I don't
Yeah,
take
that's where
me
it
to
went,
no
yeah.
restaurant
Yeah.
or you get what I'm saying? You set your boundary because that's against your morals and your values.
Period.
But you don't gotta X that friend out if they have other great qualities. You always want to check your friend, baby. What you're doing is whack, and I hope you know.
I feel like to the
this is-
capacity she took it, she don't have no great
Then you-
value. So I left.
okay.
I was like, yeah, I'm not doing this. You
That's your
dragging
capacity.
it.
It's nothing
You
wrong.
all the way
So
dragging it.
Let me just say this because let's just say, that was because I have friends that like, before I got married, I was just dumb. Like,
Not you laughing in the corner.
because I was dating. It's like, Niasha, why are you dating him? Okay, like, what is that? But and when I tell you I was losing my mind, I was in one of the lowest places possible, and I have like maybe a good 2 friends that was really like, this is wrong, but I'm gonna love you through this. And here's the thing: there's a difference between, I know, and I'm proud of it, and it's like, I really shouldn't be doing this, but for some reason I have a soul tie.
Because some women don't know. Some women don't know they're the side chick to the very end.
No, some women will know, but they're like, I gotta leave this alone. But I don't know. Men are very slick, okay? They're
we know
very
that.
They know how to manipulate the situation. If you got a woman who knows about it, you know how to word your words, because it's not always, what's up? I want to talk to you. It could come in, man, she don't do this for me, and I'm just trying to be here for my kid.
Gosh.
And
The whole
and you
sob
like,
story.
for real? Oh my God. And then next thing you know, you somewhere that you don't want to be. So it's like, dag, you slipped up in this situation, and now you're like, I don't know how to get out of this because I'm in too deep.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I'm not leaving you. I'm gonna pray you through this because I know you have a soul tie, and I'm a thug it out and pull you out. I ain't gonna tell your business, but I'm like, girl, you know you're wrong. Don't you answer that text. But if you're knowingly doing this, baby girl,
That's different. That's ignorant bliss. Like,
Baby
you do
girl.
your big one alone. I am about to get on the ship and sink with
Like,
you.
if you're okay with it, yeah, no, baby girl, no. No.
So what's y'all tip to the side chicks?
Hold your head high. Hold your head high. And I say that not being fun. Hold your head high.
Reap what you sow. That's my tip.
Look, I'm gonna say you reap what you sow. I'm gonna say this. Hold your head high, because if you don't know you're a side chick,
Yeah, you
you're
don't
gonna
know.
need that. And if you do know you're a side chick, you do gotta be aware that baby you're settling for less. And if you saw yourself how God see you, the niggas would be at the bottom of your feet. Okay.
My tip to the side chick would be wear a bulletproof vest. Because you don't know what wife got a gun.
Okay, that part too.
My tip to
I'm
the
coming
side
from
chick,
mine.
I ain't worried about y'all because I know my husband. Period. Okay.
Okay.
That's a blessing. Let me tell y'all, it's such a blessing to not have to look over your shoulders when that's all you did previously.
It is.
All I did was look over my shoulder. Well, once I allow God to heal me, let me tell you something. And but let's just say, I'll see little hints of something around my husband, and I'm like, girl, you don't know who you talking to, because my husband is the right one.
How you be
I
like,
definitely feel
it.
like I could see
Try
him
it.
cursing somebody out or taking his hand and...
First of all,
You ever seen, like,
he don't even.
He's not even getting into that.
What I love
He gonna
about,
take his hand and mush them like that.
What I love about my husband is he's like, he reads the room. When I tell you, this man is so
No, he
prophetic.
do, he do.
He reads the room, bro. He be like, oh, I see you. Absolutely not. He don't even put himself in those type of positions. Can I get a ride? No, but I know somebody who can give you a ride.
Exactly.
You need an Uber.
Yep.
Okay,
I got you.
husband.
Men,
And then-
listen to to that.
Listen, men. And then he'd be like, first of all, you're a single woman. You're not going to be my friend. I'm a married man. My friend is my wife. Even though, you know, like, my friend is my friends. He loves me. He calls you Portia, you know.
I'm
he
Portia,
loves,
all right.
and mind you, her name is Portia. He calls her Portia. But he's like, oh, he loves you, but you're not gonna see him ever texting you on the side.
I wouldn't do that. I wouldn't even play that.
Oh, babe, hey, this, that, whatever. Like, I love your friends, but there's still some, there's boundaries.
Exactly.
So, yeah.
And respect, yeah. But we got another question it's good. It's gonna get deep.
Oh, geez.
As a woman, if you discover that a man you are dating had a history of being abusive towards his ex, would you choose to end the relationship immediately, or would you just see for yourself?
You said what I see for myself.
Would you end it immediately, or would you see for yourself?
I'm going to answer honestly. The older version of me, I probably would try to see it for myself. Because, you know, everybody brings out something different in a relationship, et cetera, et cetera. Who I am today, absolutely not.
Absolutely.
I'm absolutely
So we all
not
on the
doing
same
that.
page with that.
I'm absolutely not doing
That's
that.
my
What made
answer.
me have this question is I'm gonna bring up a past situation. And most of my content is about past situations. And in the past situation, I had a friend that she was dating this man, and it seemed the loving phase in the beginning, honeymoon phase, where he buy me flowers, he this, he that, and she got word that he used to be abusive to his children's mother. She got like a full story, a person that she knows she could trust with that story to tell her, and she basically came to me about it, and I'm like, so when you gonna leave? And she was like, oh, I'm just gonna see, because at the end of the day, like, he doesn't treat me that way. Like, it's a chance that he may not do that. Like, he treats me differently. And I said to her, from experience, I told her, like, I was vulnerable with her and was like, yo, in my experience, you don't want to see what's behind that door.
And I was just about to say, this is when the therapist come out of me. See, abusive behavior, that's not something like, oh, you know what? I like tequila, but let me try Henny. It's not that type of thing. This is a groomed behavior.
Yeah.
So when it comes out, you would had already been love bombed. You would had already been groomed to be in the position, maybe even isolated, where you kind of can't protect yourself. So it ain't gonna just come. He gonna come and smack the shit out you. That's not how that necessarily works. It comes with grooming and pacing. And I'm sorry, and I break you down, but then I'm gonna build you back up. I'm gonna buy you flowers, but then I'm gonna tell you how ugly you are and why you got that on. And it's the state of you're being broken down as a woman, as a human being, as whoever you are, right? And then they show their ass. So baby, you wouldn't even be equipped when that time comes. And that's why I'm saying, as a therapist, no, you don't go and you gotta step in shit yourself to know that it stink, or can you look over there and say that shit and it stink?
Exactly.
No, you don't have to necessarily go through it.
Come on, cousin.
You don't have to go through it. That, and not at the detriment of yourself. Who knows how much damage that's going to be for you to ever even repair what might be broken.
Or you may
Don't do it,
you may not
ladies.
even get out like the last person did.
There you go. Don't do it.
That part.
Run. That's not a yellow flag. That's a red flag.
Red.
Run. When they say a past abuse, run.
Yeah. So
Call
that's
the
the
precinct
tip.
and see how many
That's the
domestic
tip.
violence
That's the
calls
tip.
was called. What I don't know what proof you need, but if somebody is telling you firsthand and you need more, fine, call the precinct. See, I'm sure there was calls made. Look him up. Whatever it takes,
Background
but
check.
run.
Background check.
Run.
My friends do background checks on any man I've ever dated. Their father was a private investigator. He goes in the system and look that joint up.
Look,
Don't
we
play with
all
me.
got friends that be like, what's his name? What's the Instagram? Okay.
He opened up a credit
They're
card.
gonna
here.
come
Let me
back
stop.
and be like,
You know, he was at the Walmart today, just letting you know.
But that was the last question. But it's a clip I want you ladies to see. And I want to get your response on the clip.
Where do you rank black women in terms of attractiveness?
All black fun. The average black woman's 187 pounds. Loud, obnoxious, rude, fake hair. On top of that, black women don't have a general respect for masculinity.
Hold on. 180. What he said?
God. The black woman is the most disrespected. I'm not even gonna go into the list.
No, go. Let's talk about it because I'm ready. Who that? Okay.
Let me tell you something.
Oh, she's taking her jacket. Oh, she's.
Yeah.
Oh, let's get
Let me
into
tell
it.
you something. No, because let me tell you something. I feel like, and I'm not gonna say all black men, but what I am gonna say is y'all are something else, and I'm gonna tell y'all why. We done marched for everybody.
Period.
Okay. We done showed up for every cause. You name it, a black woman was there. Absolutely. We done raised kids that don't belong to us. Taught them how to read, write, shit, pee, all that. We done did all of that. We done picked our men up. We could go back to slavery when they separated us on purpose to make sure that we dysfunction. And guess what happens? We still hold the man up. We still teach our children how to respect our black men. And we always get shitted on. Always. So for that video to say that the typical black woman is obnoxious and doesn't respect a man's masculinity.
First off, we tired.
Wait,
We tired, and we are the masculinity at this point. Because and I say that not proudly. Not in a proud way, because the way the tables have turned so much, these men want to be catered to. They want to be dated. No one is teaching them how to be a man anymore. No one is teaching them about character and what do you bring to the table? Oh, you got to have this. Your body got to look like this. They got this criteria for the women, and then wonder why the women got the same criteria back for the man. Got to be making $20K a week and all of this stuff, right? And I'm not saying nobody's right or wrong. What I'm trying to say is nobody is back checking in for, well, what did the black woman do for me? We put y'all on our chest. We wait. Yo, when you get beat and whipped and when you don't have a job, who's looking? Who's making sure everything is together? Who is lying at welfare? Who's lying to HRA to make sure the black man still stay in the house? It's true.
No.
Come on.
Talk about it.
For him, I just looked at it. When I seen that video, the first thing I noticed was when he said, they're at the bottom of the barrel. I'm like, damn, you could think that way about your mother? You're a black man saying that. You could think that way about your own mother.
He said 187, baby. Cause what?
First off, he said weed. He said that all we do is wear weed while he was wearing a hairpiece.
All we do is
is he black? What is he?
It looks like he a little in between.
You know why black women wear weave, and this is not all black women, but we have to conform to what society says is appropriate.
Exactly.
If we wore natural hair,
if
we wore beads and dreads and everything, you can't. They didn't kick kids out of school for this. It's always a problem. So we have to conform to fit into what society says is appropriate, although we built this shit on our back.
Come on.
It's the audacity for me.
It's the audacity.
A black man don't even know
and
what's
also,
coming.
No, guys. No. Let me tell you something. It's also the way we're portrayed on TV. Ghetto. Black.
Yes. You remember the show The Game? You remember the show The Game?
Yeah.
Chardonnay?
Yes.
Brandy. It was when Brandy became a character. She came in. He was married to a white woman. And he ended up going to marry Chardonnay. Chardonnay came in, like her character was ghetto.
And you know what's crazy? It's always and I don't want to do this, but the colorism, it's always the dark girls that's portrayed as but the light skinned ones are
prim and proper.
Let me tell you something. Let me tell. I was literally, my husband's very picky about where we take our children to the doctor. So you have them looking at me like, okay, and then okay, so it's just you, and they'll ask little slick questions. Oh, where's Dad? He's on his way. He's parking the car. My husband is parked. They get real like, oh, wait a minute. First of all, we're not all just loud, obnoxious. That's what you see on TV.
And what's crazy is
don't make me get into my bag.
Coming back together.
First off,
how many of us are married? How many of us our husbands have sex? Let me make this very, very clear. I am educated, but also I work because I want to, not because I have to. Okay, let's really talk about it. I can have an educated conversation. Let's be very clear. I can sit in a business meeting with my husband and be like, babe, I think you should do this. I think you should do that, or whatever have you. I 100% my husband.
Did y'all hear Beyonce said, let me upgrade you?
Oh, yeah.
Did you hear Beyonce say, let me upgrade you?
Did you hear
y'all
her
gotta
say
stop
that?
playing.
Fantasia said it. She said, my husband's the head and I'm the neck.
Okay.
Oh, yes.
The head can't move without the neck.
Head can't move without the neck. I turn it. But you have to also, let's be very clear, because at the same time, what kind of black woman did you date? Who did you, what did you attracted to? Because let's be very clear, you could be the neck, but which way are you turning the head?
And let me tell you something. As a black woman, and I'm going to talk from my experience, I am a single parent. right? I got my master's. I am a therapist. I have a private practice. I raised my daughter by myself. She's 8 years old, and I never stopped. I kept going and never looked for no man to help me because that is your choice.
Never did.
However, that's not my full story. That is not where I end. But I will say this. We are educated. We run the world. Okay, I'm gonna go back to Beyonce.
Absolutely.
Get information. Who runs the world? Us.
We do.
We done carried babies in pits outside and got up and kept it pushing. We run this shit for real.
That's a fact.
We run this shit for real. And I'm not even saying that we are resilient, and it is not even a compliment anymore how much we have to carry. And that's why in this era, we are sitting back with our feet up because we did what we were supposed to do. We understood the assignment.
Absolutely.
And y'all did not. So now black woman is obnoxious and y'all can say all these different things, but I bet you if a black woman don't run your business, if a black woman don't answer the phone, if a black woman don't do what a black woman do, a lot of things is going to stop right where they stood. And
I'm sorry, can I add on to this? Because what we sharing a lot, we're sharing these dumb behind podcasts where these girls are talking about, oh, I want an old school man, I want these entitled women.
I don't want no old school man.
We're not sharing the girls
We're not
sharing the girls who just got their doctorates.
First off,
we're not sharing that. We're sharing
man.
ignorance because we want to back up what we're saying. No, there's quite a few of us that I respect my husband to a T. Let me tell you something. It's a bit transparent at the moment. There was something that I really, really wanted. And I was like, babe, I want this. And he's like, nah, I don't see that. And I'm like, no, I want it. So just to make me happy, he was going to make it happen. But at the last minute, he's like, babe, that's not what God has for us. Was I disappointed? Absolutely. But I trust my husband so much, and so I trust the God in him. I trust it. And my husband, he's not just like he's very soft-spoken, real chill, like humble. He thinks before he speaks. So I'm the one that wears my emotions on my sleeves. And I'm like, babe, I don't understand. But because I trust who you are, I trust you to lead this family, I'm going to follow a suit. So don't respect masculinity, baby. A lot of us are married now. But you know what's crazy? So what are you talking about?
My father said to me, because for a very long time in my life with dating, I was very combative with men. I was always arguing, don't tell me what to do, and my dad said to me, you'll learn to be submissive when you find a man that makes you feel safe enough to let them lead you.
Oh, yeah.
And that's what I'm going through right now, and not married yet.
Honey, yes.
It's true though, and it's a difference. It is a difference. Yeah. I'm not gonna lie, when I go outside with my man, my ears be off. I be just walking. Like a big dummy, like a big fool. Why?
Because you're protected and you're safe. I can say the same thing. I was raised by a single man.
And what's funny is my father met my boyfriend, and his person he's dating met him as well. And my father, she told me on the side, she was like, your father said I could finally be safe. I could finally rest now.
Wow.
I could rest now because I know she's good. I know she's safe.
Wow.
Don't believe this narrative about black women.
Yeah, no.
The
masculine.
They want to be
very soft. I'm very soft.
Maybe that's the thing. Maybe the woman that you were dating wasn't for you, or you didn't make her feel safe. Like, let's, because I don't want the comments to go crazy.
I think it's damaging to for us to continue to do that in podcasts. Like, this is not to bash men. This is just us talking about the stuff we tired. We're tired. We love our black men. We want to support our black men 100%. But at every given moment, y'all sit on these platforms, on these couches, and talk about us in a negative way.
Yeah, they want exotic women. They want this. I had a black man.
When I had a white woman, you gonna get exotic problems. When I had a white woman, she just sat down and let me do what she want me to do, and da da da. And I'm in my head like, let's talk about them white women in the South. They don't play. They just as bad as we are. The black women in the South.
Let's talk about the trauma that these black men put us through as well, and we still decide to hold our head. I got disrespected to a whole nother level by a black man that I loved blindly, wholeheartedly, and then went and fell in love with another black man. Two different things. They both black. Respect the masculinity, soft completely. I'm living a great soft life.
Exactly, absolutely.
So that narrative is not true, but it is all about who you equally yoked with. I can truly say that. Okay? Who are you equally? Who does your spirit align with? If we start aligning with the correct things and not carrying ourselves like baddies and all about bad girls club, because they do put us in a bad light. It's like,
first off, the Crimson Chin know what she be doing. Because the Crimson Chin is black for convenience. She's biracial. and she's black when it's convenient.
Correct.
Because there's so many clips of her saying, I'm from Cali, yeah.
Oh my God,
yeah.
you know,
but
like
on
LA,
baddies, her lip be up like this, and she be acting a complete
And I'm like,
fool.
girl, you wasn't even raised that way.
And then the audience that they have is these black young ladies coming up that are not being guided.
Let me be very
no one is
clear.
raising these kids.
And I
This
don't care
generation,
what
we
type-
ain't gonna have a doctor or a lawyer.
Not all. Let me be very clear. I don't care if I get dragged in the comments. I stand 10 toes on what I said. Baddies is glorified Niasha, project chicks. Let me be very clear. And mind you, I'm not coming against anyone who's educated that came out of the projects. But that mentality of that glorified
First off,
fighting.
well, they ain't gonna like me when I
looks to
say
who?
this. Passing down your Section 8 is not a flex.
Oh, it's not. I got my
Section
own
8
way.
was
no
supposed to.
grandfather.
It was supposed to be a something you use to step up
Yeah.
and move on.
Let me tell you,
It
use
shouldn't
that
be that
Section
I'm
8,
waiting for
save
my
up your
granny.
money,
I'm waiting for my
get a
granny to
get a
perish
house.
for me to go step in her apartment and go live in granny apartment and complain about situations.
There's nothing wrong with, but how long you gonna be there? There's nothing wrong with
Yeah,
it.
you
But how
create
long are you
yeah.
gonna be there? So let's say you in Section 8. Okay, cool.
Yeah,
go
nothing
to
wrong with
school.
that.
Educate yourself, even if you don't want to go to school. What's the
Save
business
your
that you want?
money, invest.
Save your
Yeah.
bread. Don't put it on your. And it's real easy to be, putting it on our backs, putting it on our heads. No. It's not. Well, I'm not coming down. If that's
Yeah,
all
exactly.
Granny could give you, then let Granny give that to you, but use that to build it up. So then, Granny,
Exactly.
not for nothing, I got this house. You got your little space in the back with your own, give something back to Granny. Don't just drag it and be like, oh, this is my place. How long are you gonna be
You
there?
know where that comes from too? I feel like if we would all stop having this crab in the barrel mentality and actually come together as families and actually get these compounds that a lot of these Caucasian families are doing, we would actually get out of those situations.
Yeah.
A lot of us
Tell
don't
you
have a
something,
choice.
We are targeted and we are not paying attention enough. Look, they might even get me for this. We are not paying attention enough. We're the only community. We're the only race that don't stand together.
That's
Other
true.
than the women. The black women stand together. We're the only race. Jewish people, they have their own. They got their own community.
You can't even
They don't
move in
even talk
there.
about
If
it.
I go look in
Even
an
get
apartment,
restoration.
if I go look in an apartment in a Jewish community,
Restoration.
they would
That's
look
not
at me
even
like,
right.
yeah, okay. We'll make sure that put that to the side.
don't-
Take
not
the
that
application, but put it to the side because she's not getting in here.
Yeah, no. They stick together.
We were supposed to get an acre and a mule.
Where my acre there?
We ain't there.
Okay, that's my point. Every other race is going after what they,
I just
and
think
it's
it's-
on purpose because black people are a threat. Once we stop fighting each
Oh,
other
and we come together.
and we come together,
We come
oh
together.
baby, the world gonna tremble.
First off, we need to stop only coming together for deaths of black men. We need to make it where we're coming together regardless.
Oh no,
we're coming together regardless.
And my friends, my family now is not just baby showers. It's not. No, we don't do that. We are celebrating accolades.
Exactly.
We celebrating,
Come together.
We're celebrating everything. It's not just baby showers. We're not doing that. You graduated. You got an A. Oh, we having Sunday dinner.
Yeah.
because
Exactly.
that's what we do.
Sunday dinner, we do.
Exactly.
We are coming together not just because it's a funeral and we lost somebody. No, and we need to change that narrative. It's up to us. It's nobody else who's gonna do it. We're the generation now. We're throwing the barbecues.
Yeah, we are. We're the new adults. It's scary. I will say this though. I do believe that black people, I'm so proud of us. I love us. Let me just say that I love us because we are raising our children in a 2-family household now.
We are,
It's
yeah.
coming. Let's just say, even if, your previous relationship didn't work out and you have another one, you have somebody that's
First
gonna
off,
love on your kids.
let's give
I
props
said
to these.
reparations is
Let's give props to these stepdaddies.
Oh,
Because they
okay.
stepping. They
Yes,
stepping.
they are.
They stepping.
Black men at that.
They stepping, girl.
These are black men. Black men are stepping up and
They are.
and letting women feel like just
They
because
are.
yes, I'm not saying being a step parent for everybody, but black men are stepping up when it
they
comes on to being
are.
step
And
parents.
that's why I said
Yeah.
it's not all. It's
not
not all.
But that's what they want. But you know what? They're so intimidated because a lot of us are coming into our soft girl era. A lot of us are happy wives.
Because we
A
no
lot of us-
longer gotta carry everybody on our back because these men is doing what
they're
they
stepping
supposed
up,
to
but
be
they
doing.
want to continue to post BS like that
Yeah.
on social media because we have glorified Niasha girl. They're not baddies.
But you
They're
know, it was
whatever
funny.
They are.
I ain't no therapist. You know, I'm always diagnosing people. I think that comes from trauma. Okay,
Trauma, of
you
course.
don't
I
like
give
your
you that.
mother.
I'll
You
let you
don't
slide
like your
with that
mother.
one.
Which black woman hurt
I'm saying
you?
the man that said this, men like that actually believe in that thought. It comes from them not liking their mother.
But here, a lot
You
of the
don't like your
times-
mama, so now you don't like me.
A lot
I ain't
of the
got nothing to do with
times,
that.
These men don't be happily in relationships who have that mindset. Oh, let's talk about it. And if they women really looking at, now
You
I'm
know what
starting
it
to see
is?
what
You
the
know
ex
what it
said.
is? When he look down, when he go to the bathroom, he see a salt shaker when he pee.
All right,
That's his issue.
stop. Look,
That's
or
what.
look, it could be. I go with trauma, right? But it could be not that they don't like their mother, but they probably love their mother, and their mother didn't have the self-respect that she was supposed to have at the time, and now all they know is this learned behavior. That's the trauma. So now they look at every other woman that way, just like these young men that's being raised by single mothers. They think that their
supposed
woman
to
is
carry
supposed
it
to be a
all.
fucking superhero. That shit is not normal. But
No, it's
in
not.
their life, it was normalized because their mother had to make it work. No, it's not normal. It should not be that
And I think
way.
a lot of them have resentment because their mother makes them the man of the house. Your
Correct.
son is not the
You're
man
14.
of the
No.
house.
And
Your
that's
son
not your
is
man
your
neither.
son.
That's
He
not
is
your
not.
man.
Stop calling your son's daddy. That's weird. I'ma say it.
People do that?
Yes. Look at my
Boy.
little handsome daddy or my little. No, he's not the man of the house. He's a child. Let him be a child.
Correct.
Let him be a child.
I agree
You
with
figure
that.
it out. I'm tired of that. On Father's
gross.
Day, here's the mothers. Well, you know, I'm the daddy too. No, the fuck you not. You are the
Get out
mother.
there.
Mother's Day is your day. Father's Day is for the father. Let the father be the father.
And if the father's not being the father, then the father's
You
not
don't
being the
participate.
father.
Just don't
That's it.
participate.
Or it's superhero day. Who knows? I don't know. Like, but yeah, no. But I'm gonna be honest. I don't even really see that anymore.
We need to change the
Yeah,
narrative.
we are doing better.
Yeah.
They said it went
But
up
we are
70%.
changing the narrative. They just want to hold
two
us to
parents
our
in the
past.
household has gone up to 70%. So it's moving up. We're doing better. It's
love that
happening
for us.
slowly but surely. We are coming together as a black community. I do believe in us. Our generation, we the chain breakers. We really gonna do
we
it.
are
We're gonna
the
come
curse
together.
breakers for real.
But this is why for me, my platform is important now because I want. Yes, we have these conversations, but at the end, I always want us to think about how can we move forward.
Yes.
So that is my final question. How do we move forward in the community so we can be better? As girls, as women, and all those things. How do we move forward?
Come join Mental Health Matters every Tuesday at 8
Period.
p.m. on Zoom. It is free. I am a licensed
Free.
mental health therapist in the state of New York, and we talk about it, all the topics. Show up because
up.
I'm going to pour into you. As long as I continue with my yes and my obedience to God, I am going to give back. And that's how we start breaking. Let's have different conversations. Let's walk into different rooms. Let's talk about different things that we were not doing. Let's expose ourselves to something different. We don't got to be on the block. We don't got to be doing the regular things. We can do something else. Let's do that. It's free. Come. I'm telling you.
That should be one of the topics. How to be a girl's girl.
I love that. I'm going to put that right in. Let me write it
Please.
down. How to be a
Please.
girl's girl.
You want to leave us with a tip on how we can move forward as girls?
Watch Pass Down Your Crown podcast where you can hear positivity. Nah. I'm not gonna lie. I do genuinely stand 10 toes down on. I see us changing the narrative. I see the shift. I'm so happy. I'm so proud of us. Like, even if you're not married yet or you're getting in the process, I'm just so proud of us. We're changing the way we parent. We're changing the way our conversations are. So that's why a lot of the times you see dumb stuff like that to clip, or you'll see things like, glorified, baddies or whatever. However, but just a few tips. Be the person that you wanted to see growing up.
Oh, I love that.
As the child, I wish I saw a woman who taught me how to do this, taught me how to do that. Or I wish I saw a man who had like a start mentorships program, but make sure you're ready for that. Make sure you heal first. Yeah. I'm not gonna lie. I was, me and my mom would always go at it sometimes because I just wanted to do whatever I wanted to do. But then I'm realizing in my, wifehood and my motherhood, I'm realizing, I'm like, wow, my mom was right about so much stuff. Even down to girls. I look at how they are, how they proceed to be, but then I look how they are as like the mean girls. I'm like, oh, you didn't have a mom to teach you. That's not what you did.
They weren't raised.
You didn't have a parent or a whole woman tell you, baby, that's not what you do. You don't compete with the next girl. You applaud her. And what my mother would always say, and I'm going to leave on this note, my mom was like, there's a difference between diamonds and cubic zirconias. A diamond just has to sit there. A diamond is behind a glass. You can't just have easy access to a diamond. Cubic zirconias, they're going to make you look good for a second, but they're going to turn your ear green. Which one are you? Don't be easily accessible. Don't be in no man's face. Are you crazy? Don't compete with the next gal. Don't be over here. Let me say this. projecting that, oh, I'm this way, I'm that way. Somebody who's truly healed can be like, oh yeah, you're saying, oh, I'm that girl, I've been her. No, you're not. You're projecting on social media, but that's not really who you are. So make sure you're healed first. Make sure you're healed first and be the mother or the father that you desired to have. And I'm going to leave this right here. I'm so proud of my brother. He didn't grow up with that example. You know, the streets kind of in a way raised him or whatever. But now this man is married, big, beautiful home in Texas, beautiful children, takes excellent care of my sister-in-law. And he's starting his own business. And the dad he is today, I don't want to get emotional, but the dad he is today, when I tell you, beside my husband, that's one of the best fathers I've ever seen. Besides my husband and my dad, sorry, daddy. But that's one of the best fathers I've ever seen. So just be who you wanted to see growing up.
I think my tip would be, if you see, like, there are some Black families that post their life and the things they've been through and things like that. When you see that online, don't be negative. Don't spew your hate. Oh, that might not be real. I don't believe that. Just be happy.
We need a part 2.
Yes, we're going to have a part 2. But be happy. Just be happy and be proud that Black women and men are being able to stay together, raise their children, and love on each other publicly.
Yeah.
That's my tip.
I love that.
That's how we move forward. But with all of that being said, that was our final question because we were running out of time. But you ladies, my favorite part. Assata knows what I'm about to do. I'm going to present you ladies both with the crown. Assata, will be your second crown. You're going to be collecting crowns. Oh, wow. And Niasha, this is your first crown.
This is my first.
Yes.
Oh, my God. This is so much better than a baddie's chain.
Yep. I give these crowns out to gift them to everyone as me giving you your flowers while you're here. You ladies are the epitome of girls. I love you guys. Y'all are very supportive. Y'all are loving. Y'all are kind. And I thank you. And take these crowns and remember me and think of me when you look at that crown.
In case you didn't know.
That part.
Cheers. Bloodline good.
Exactly. But thanks for tuning in to Pass Down Your Crown podcast. I'm on Apple Music, YouTube, Spotify, TikTok, Instagram at I am Pattie J and at Pass Down Your Crown. Bye.